In 2015, the National Aeronautics Organization launches the most compelling and demanding program to get to the next human frontier, elusive Mars, by 2025. Called Mars Mission, the project, developed along with the Innovation Center of Excellence, works on all the systems and operations needed to explore the surface of Mars directly by humans, a challenge considered impossible by many scientists all over the world. After taking all human knowledge and capabilities to the limit, on 20th of January 2025, the selected group of 4 crew members departs for a historic trip on the Orion 5. This will get them to Mars in 180 days, where they will remain for another 500 days of intense surface exploration in search of extant and past life. As scheduled, 34-year-old Linda Palladini becomes the first human being to set foot on Mars. It's called the biggest step ever taken by a human being. The world celebrates the success of this impossible mission. For 347 days, everything goes on as scheduled.
Team 2, Mr. Roberts and Miss Palladini are at Traverse 18, exploring the Holden crater, 15 kilometers from central habitat.
How long are they staying there?
Their autonomous resources will allow them to stay for 3 more days before returning to central habitat.
Good. What about the rest of the crew? How are they?
In great physical and psychological condition. Bottom line, they will complete the first year on Mars with no problems.
The other 2 teams are analyzing materials gathered at Traverses 13 and 15, which, by the way, show purported signs of oxidants and radiation extremely limiting to life.
The nuclear fission reactor malfunctioned, causing a decrease in capacity by 15%, but Mr. Johansson has since had it repaired.
Guys, I'm happy to tell you that you are boring me. Ms. Blue, you are doing an outstanding job directing this mission. Now, let's try to keep the boredom up until the end of the mission.
Ma'am, there's an urgent call coming in from operations. It's Mr. Carl Rivers.
Oh, Peter, you there too?
Yes, Carl, what's going on?
We have received a message from our Mars base. A solar flare has spawned a cloud of superheated gas that has severely damaged our Mars facility.
Oh my God, is everyone okay?
Yes, thank God for that. They're all fine.
Central habitat has become inoperative. The nuclear thermal rocket generator as well, I'm afraid.
What's the extent of the damage?
Beyond repair.
Can we get them back?
I would say not. Only a few of the racks of the Orion 5 power system are still operative.
The central habitat has been seriously damaged. The crew is having to use the living quarters on the rovers.
But then they won't be able to.
No, they won't. Carl, what are you seeing from there? Is it that critical?
I'm afraid so, sir. It's just that I can't even figure out how to locate the solutions there.
Mars mission has been the most successful aeronautical challenge humanity has undertaken so far. But if we can't find a way to bring back those 4 people to Earth...
We'll find a way, sir. Accenture team, from now on, there is one single objective for this mission. To get our guys back home. Mr. Garner, set DEFCON 1. Ask the NAO for a complete report. I need to know about living conditions, water, resources, and systems. Green, radiation levels. Give me a complete launch vehicle status. Yellow, health risks, and to what extent we can help to prevent them from here. We need the best data that the NAO can give us, and we need it ASAP. We'll draw up a roadmap for the new mission, starting from now. New code name? MR. Mars Rescue.
What did you see when we talked to them?
I think they're confident that we'll get them home no matter what, but not everybody's cut from the same cloth. They're under a lot of pressure, sir.
Mr. Johansson?
Yes, he was chosen for his incredible knowledge and abilities, but it doesn't do so well with sudden changes. But there's absolutely nothing to worry about because Mr. Prahalad is looking after him and he's keeping the team's spirits high.
Okay. Stay in close contact with him.
Absolutely, sir.
Incoming call from the lab, ma'am.
Put it through. Glad to see you, Miss Yellow. You've had the time you requested. Hopefully you bring us a glimmer of hope.
Good morning.
I know that smile.
A little inappropriate. Perhaps you'd like to share with us the source of your optimism in this terrible moment, Miss Yellow.
Right. Okay. I think I found a way to propel the ascent-descent vehicle.
That's my girl!
There is just one problem.
What's that?
The technology to generate enough energy to get the astronauts off the red planet, it's here. On Earth.
Seriously? And how are you proposing to get it there? The Royal Mail?
Okay, this is just a plan, okay? Let's try to keep an open mind. The truth is, the probability for it to work is low. Well, no, medium. I don't know, I haven't punched the numbers, but the point is, it can work.
Come on, guys, don't be so hard on her. I trust her, I believe in her.
Yeah, we better.
Could you be more specific?
Yes, but first I need you to confirm the survival time of 6 months.
Confirmed. If they just use the power that's left to them to generate food and a limited amount of water, they can survive for the last 180 days.
Good, okay. I think we can make it in that time span. Okay, listen, I just read a new study about generating energy from dynamic isotopes. Now, the results were preliminary, but unquestionable. The unique part of this power generating system is its efficiency. We're talking about generating huge amounts of energy in a small generator that can be easily transported.
And where exactly do you plan on encountering that quantity of dynamic isotopes? Of course. On Mars.
Exactly! If we look back at the last materials analyzed in Central Habitat, we can see, especially in Traverse 15, large amounts of dynamic isotopes. Now, if just one Mars mission team can go back to Traverse 15, collect 10 kilos of rocks, I think we can work something out.
I'm sorry, is it just me, or is the material we need to generate that energy still here on Earth?
What are we missing here, Miss Yellow?
You're right. It's here. Exactly. Here! Okay, it's just a prototype. It's not the most beautiful thing on the planet, but this will get the job done.
Do you have any idea of how to get that thing to Mars on time?
Sure. Ares 3?
What?
Yeah, Peter, you were just talking about it. You said yourself that it could still fly. Look, we don't have enough time to build a new Orion 5, but we do have our good old, majestic Ares 3.
You're not forgetting something, Yellow. That rusty old bird is a museum piece. We use it to teach the kids how things used to be in 2009.
But it can still fly. We just need to dust it off a little bit, give it a little bit of a push. Come on, guys, let's fix it. Let's send it back to the stars again.
Do you think that is feasible, Mr. Green?
It looks impossible, but as there's no plan B.
Let's do it. Peter?
Let's do it. I'm going to put every single resource of the agency at your disposal. Now let's keep in mind the secret nature of this mission. I don't want the press asking all sorts of questions for which we don't have any answers yet. Right? Let's get to it.
The dynamic isotope power generator is working as expected, generating the required energy at average rate.
Sounds good.
There's going to be a problem. Ignition power is going to take a hit. This technology, it uses old propellants that are not necessarily compatible with, even with Orion 5. Mr. Johansson you'll have to figure something out to get the engine started in case they don't work.
This will be the most critical and unpredictable part of this mission.
Let's take a look at the trajectory. Ares 3 should depart for the interplanetary transportation vehicle this Tuesday at 0800 hours UTC. It will rendezvous with the Mars transportation vehicle, and from there take about 190 days at least to get to Mars orbit, at which point it will descend at maximum possible speed to Mars' surface. Now, this is where things get tricky. Ares 3 is tested for the moon. Therefore, the reaction of Ares 3 to a hazardous or more extreme environment, it's untested. We don't know what will happen. My personal evaluation is that Ares 3 will not make it to Mars' surface.
What then?
Well, the pilot's going to have to eject with the generator and independently attempt to make a landing on Mars' surface.
Whoever does this is going to need some serious balls.
Red.
Well, Ms. Blue and I have been discussing about the ideal candidate for this mission, and we have some ideas. But first, we would like to hear your expert opinions.
Excellent. Our program management team has done a filter to see which candidate would be ideal for this type of mission. The pilot needs to have strong aeronautical as well as psychological abilities. He has to be a professional with a thorough knowledge of the systems, as well as the ability to impart that knowledge on the crew once he's arrived. He's a team leader. I would say somebody who's very much committed to the project as well as the people involved on the mission. Flexible, adaptable, obviously in good shape, and just overall an excellent pilot.
I completely agree with your description. However, I would also add that he needs to be one of the bravest people on Earth.
Mm-hmm. What? What are you all looking at? No. No. You're not suggesting what I think you're suggesting, are you? Oh, frack it. You're probably right. They really need me. All right, I'll do it.
Mr. Red, I don't want to be unfair. Your life will be on the line. So you have an hour to make a final decision.
We don't have an hour, sir.
Right. Let me explain the situation. The good news is the synodic orbital cycle is extremely favorable this month, allowing for an interplanetary trip of 180 days. The bad news is that the weather forecast shows a depression just over the launch pad in exactly 6 days, Tuesday at 0817 hours. It's really going to frack up the Mars departure window. The next departure window is too far away to allow Ares 3 to get to the crew on time.
Is it possible to have Ares 3 ready in such a short time?
From a technical point of view, it's not. We're really going to have to push the limits on this one. So what we've done is we've divided the teams to oversee each of the work streams: the material availability, assembly production processes, and technology adjustments.
Let's go, team.
We don't have a single propelling system compatible with the Ares 3, so we've had to search all inventories all around the globe, and the only one that we found is located in Russia. Now, our Eastern colleagues have agreed to collaborate, although they did laugh when I asked. We've secured optimal transportation routes, as you can see here, and modes in order to get the equipment on time for assembly. As you can see, we are coordinated with third-party logistics to make sure we have enough trucks to move the equipment for assembly. We've also set up an alarm system to inform us immediately of any delay risk at any intermediate step. And the Lean Six Sigma team are ready and on standby for assembly as soon as the propelling system arrives to the NAO, and of course, after security measures are met.
Good.
Right, so the old Ares rendezvous system is not compatible with the interplanetary transportation vehicle system Rendezvous. A new system is being developed, but the timing on this is something that's going to be really critical in our operation. We've already begun checking out other docking system providers. This is going to be really important in the development of the materials on time.
This cranky piece of metal reminds me of when we used to drive cars manually. All you had was a lever, pull and push, and a brake. Astronauts had it much easier back then.
It's a bit on or off, huh?
They put lift off, those are your two options.
How do you feel, Red?
Ready, sir. The only thing I'm worried about is the team. We've no way of knowing how they're feeling after such a long time. And Mr. Johansson, I'm going to need a lot of help from him.
Can I help you?
Don't worry about it, I'll take care of him. I'm sure he'll understand how much we need him in the end, and he'll do exactly what he's supposed to do.
Okay, Red. You ready? Rockets are a go. Launch systems are a go. Ignition modules, go.
YW program complete.
Clear the tower.
Roll complete. And we are pitching. Ares 3, ground control. Ready in 10.
Okay, Red, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ignition. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Yes, Red. It's time to dive.
I'm going to uncouple the Ares 3 for her last service to humanity.
Let's see how long this old girl holds up to Mars' adverse atmosphere.
Ground control, I'm ready.
Good luck, Red. Red! Red, are you okay? Tom?
Gentlemen, we have good news. We have finally heard from our Mars team.
Mars mission, ground control here.
Ground control. Mr. Jansen here, reporting from Orion 5. I know you were worried, but you can't get rid of us that easily. Orion 5 propulsion systems are fully loaded and ready. We are planning to activate main bus undervolt systems now, as you programmed. Mr. Red has explained to me all the NAO instructions for ignition, and they're great, but let me clear this up. We cannot connect the propulsion rockets at less than 75%. It's just not gonna work, and may even damage the booster.
What are you saying? Just follow the instructions.
You're not seeing from there what I'm seeing here. The level of MCC2 is getting lower and lower, and figures are somewhere between 20 and 30 feet per second. It's not going to work.
He's going to break the Delta VC like that.
Team, I'm an experienced pilot. You know that. I know what I'm doing. Mr. Red has given me all the information and support, and I'm feeling confident about this. I'll see you on your planet in 6 months' time. Orion 5 crew, start ignition. We are a go.